We start the second chapter of the AC Milan series, and we'll go to the more interesting part of this update, that is the transfer made. Many of the young players on the club were sent out on loan by the director of football. Then we began by selling two of the players that I mentioned I wanted to sell, such as Cristian Saccardo and Daniele Bonera. And a little later I could get Michael Agazzi out through a loan with a 30k per month fee that to Atalanta, who are not going to pay his full wages, but most of them, and in the end we will be getting more money from Atalanta than we will be paying his part of the wages. Around the middle of August, when I was not thinking of doing any more deals, Nigel de Jong came saying that he was unhappy for some reasons. Yes, I was trying to get some money selling some players that they felt was not being treated right, which was Felipe Mexes. So Felipe Mexes came saying he was angry, Nigel de Jong as well. So I decided to offer him to the clubs. PSG offered 9 millions and Atletico offered 7 millions. And de Jong then said that if there were rumors about PSG's interest in him and let him go. In the end he chose the smaller offer by Atletico de Madrid, which was fine by me, as he was 29 years old, and I thought I could try to bring some younger midfielder in his place. And then later I couldn't get any money for Felipe Mexes, and in the end I let his sale be managed by the director of football, and then we are still going to pay 100,000 euros per week for him, and I couldn't say no to that because it was the director of football who was managing that. Then the signings came in more or less the reverse order of what I had planned. The first deal-in was Roque Santa Cruz for just €500,000, that I thought he was a good backup with the target man style of attributes that I wanted for the team instead of Fernando Torres, who was more or less a teeny bit less good than Gianpaolo Pazzini for my taste. Then the left back that I wanted was Aaron Creswell, who is a bit lacking in strength and jumping reach, something that I don't like in a fullback. I want my fullbacks to be good in the air, jump high and have some strength. So when they swap positions with center backs, when there are attacks that the opposition movement forces that, they will still be a good match to any striker to win aerial balls and be better protected against crosses to the far post. And finally, to replace Nigel de Jong, I chose Claudio Jacob, who is only 2 years younger than de Jong, not as good physically, but very good mentally and technically to take the place of De Jong. Another choice was Kyatsov, I think it's called, a centre back, with more or less similar attributes to Jakob, except he has much better physical attributes, several above 15. But Claudio Jacob accepted his contract offer sooner, and then there was no transfer budget left to pay for the Kravtsov transfer. The preseason has served to adjust some of the tactics, especially the 4-3-1-2 that was very poor in the match that I tried it against Guangzhou, where we lost pretty badly against a very weaker team. And then I tried it again against Bari, who are a Serie B team, and we won 6-1. Much better performance than against Guangzhou, where against the Chinese team we didn't do anything and led them to have a lot of open spaces at the back, with few changes like changing the fluid shape to a structured one, and some other role changes so the side central midfielders were more defensive and the offensive ones being the central ones, to cover better for the wingbacks. Against Bari we didn't offer that many holes at the back, and there was some very interesting interplay among the players up front that helped create a lot of chances. We finished against Juventus with the 4-5-1. They won, but it took them a bit of luck and much effort to get the win. We could have won that match any other day, so I guess out of 10 games they would have won 6 and we only 4. But still, that was a decent performance. We are beginning the Serie A campaign against Napoli, who is a strong team, away. So I think I will be going with the 4-5-1 formation. And one detail that I didn't mention is in this preseason, as I was fearing because of the separation between matches, I couldn't get the full squad to a 100% match fitness, but they're mostly fit. Actually, I didn't look at the match fitness since the last friendly, and in the week since then, a lot of players were quite in the verge of match fitness, and they lost the match fit status. With 3 injured players and 2 suspended, this is the starting 11 that I have picked for this match. Jakob is fully fit because he came in already fully fit from the preseason with his original team. And Diego Lopez, having played almost all of the friendlies, is also fully fit. The rest, with the exception of Aaron Creswell, who starts in the field, and Mbaye Niang, who starts in the bench, are lacking much fitness. So let's hope it is not a bad thing. I will change the Meneses role to support, so that I hope he will be more helpful in defense. I've given Jacob the 5 shirt number, and as is to be expected, Napoli have been chosen as the favorite, but it is quite a tight match, so we'll see what happens. I'm not setting any opposition instructions. Then as for the team tag, I guess this will be a rivals match, so I will use that coupled with this other. And let's choose the right highlight mode. And let's check. This was meant to be exploit the flanks, not just the left flank. I misclicked. And I will remove those and see what happens with only that south. Well, as I said in other previous things, in this mod I don't really see what is going on, which is not something I like very much. But there seems that they are a bit better, and I'm not sure that was an offside, though it could be. I don't think that was an offside, but whatever. And the issue with that is I haven't seen how the game has come to those set pieces. Again, I don't know how that's. So this is official. I hide the key highlight mode. So I think in future live comments, instead of live comment, I will be watching in the normal mode and comment after that, afterwards, selecting and commenting, which is more interesting, I think, as it allows for more insight into looking at what is going on and commenting why I do things. And I don't think that amount of shots is any realistic at all. I set back those instructions and will risk it with look for overlap, as I had the feeling there were not enough men ahead as to make that instructions very dangerous. I could also close down more. Some Hamsik is very deep, at least it was in that play, and there was a chance that we missed for a counter attack, but it was missed. Very bad pass. Not enough players of mine were going ahead. What a miss. I will be changing roles. I will turn these two guys to be attacking. A player is furious, but he is not on a card, so I will not be doing anything on that yet. And they score a very difficult goal with the area full of people, which is possible. He was not closed down very effectively, and a lot of people was not really much in the way. And the only shot up to this point in this second half. Almost since this formation, I think I am going to make some changes. As they seem not to be very attacking, they respected me. I will try to push Aitel forward. Jacob shall be in defensive duty. Polly will remain that. Keisuke Honda will be in the same role but as support, and Pazzini will pass the defense. Anything else? Nobody is especially tight. Aaron Creswell is having a very poor match, as is Gianpaolo Pazzini, and especially Keisuke Honda. So out will be Honda, and in will be either of Saponara or Van Ginkel. I think I will choose Van Ginkel. And perhaps Bayern Yang. Then some changes. I don't want the formation to let them be given into the temptation of shooting from afar. And those are the chances I will be making for now. Very good save and very good block. More chances. Remove lower tempo and close down more again, and pass higher up. Since their men are kind of deep, will not be giving them space to look for the passes, which probably was part of the problem that we couldn't see in time. Apart from his mistakes, Menez is tired. So there will be going Ricardo Saponara. No team talk. Very tight angle goal. Just as I choose to sub him, he scores. But being a rebound, that doesn't mean that very good. That's a very bad fire by the keeper, Sirigu. Yes, it's an attacking, more direct passes and lower tempo. I will remove the ball. that. And this should be the end, yes, the end. Disappointing, I tend to agree. After the 21 shots in the first half, we kept them to only 6. And we got most of our shots in that second half, I think. Well, I think that was not that bad of a game, even if it was a very poor first half where we allowed them to dominate, because we were giving them all the time and space by not pressing forward and sitting too deep. In one of those attacks that you could see, they were keeping players, the forward players, rather deep, except for their striker. That was letting them have a lot of time on the ball to think and pick the passes and the better placed teammates to get their chances. In the second half, with the higher closing down and more pressure that was applied, they didn't enjoy that much time on the ball, and hence their ability to create chances and to find the passes to get the shots was worse. Hence the difference between having 21 shots in the first half and only 6 in the second. That makes it for a poor 14th position in the first game, but I hope to be improving that position in the future. If you prefer live comments in key mode or post comments in comprehensive mode, then you can choose in the comments below. This will be all for today. Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe if you feel it deserves that. Goodbye.